So like I like it when you get like people love it when they get new books and they like smell it because like the print and everything. I like that musty smell of old books. I just do. Those old leather bound editions. I'm serious. It's like a weird nerd thing that I do, but that's just me. Yeah, I like smelling old books. Go into like an old bookstore and I mean I'm like thumbing through there and I actually managed to find one time and I should have bought it and I'm kicking myself in the ass because the cover needed to be rebound and the spine needed to be re-glued, but it was a first edition of Faust by Goethe. I am still kicking myself in the ass for not buying that. I was worried that the pages were gonna fall apart. And then I did the stupidest thing by buying it on Kindle. I think that was my biggest regret as far as like purchases go, is like not purchasing a first edition leather bound Faust. Yeah. That one still hurts. That one still hurts actually. But I mean, I have like tons of old books. I used to go to like places like like garage sales and things like that. Sometimes libraries would get rid of like old books. That was like a treasure trove. I mean, seriously, I would. My grandmother literally had to come get me sometimes because I would go down to the library and I would be there like all day, like going through books and everything. Especially when they would. I mean, seriously, I couldn't believe they were just like. I was like, oh my god, I hope they were just like throwing those out, but they were giving them away for free. So certain things I guess would be like out of print or not as popular, and I'm like, okay, I found some really great books, but yeah, that first edition of Faust, I doubt it's even there anymore. I don't even know if that bookstore even exists anymore. And to this day, I am kicking myself in the ass for not buying that. I think it was like $12 too. I don't think they even knew what they had. I was like, I didn't care. I should have just bought it. I was like, ugh. Biggest regret ever was a book that I never bought. It wasn't, a car. It wasn't anything big luxury, but to me, that was like, whoa. I mean, granted, it was all in German, and I mean, I would have just had to learn how to read it, and no problem. I would have just translated it over time, and I would do those kind of things. Other than that, the only German I ever learned is like listening to Rammstein. So, you'll have to forgive me on that. I'm not a what do they call that? I'm not bilingual or multilingual anyways, and the only words I know in any language are pretty much all the bad ones, like all the swearing and stuff. I'm serious. Other than what I've learned from Rammstein, listening to them, I don't speak another language. I have literally tried, but that part of my brain does not compute for some reason. I can retain some things, but to be fluent, I don't know, I think that's something I would have had to catch on when I was younger. But I mean, I did try. I do understand a little bit of this, a little bit of Italian, a little bit of German. Spanish was an easy one for me because I grew up with a very multicultural family. So, yeah, I sat on my stepbrother's back when he called me a puta. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't flag me for that one. But yeah, I sat on his back with his arm bent behind him and told him to say he was sorry until he did. But yeah, anyways, little shit didn't think I was gonna know. I know the bad ones. I know what canard means in French. I know what stronzo means in Italian. Things like that, but I'm not fluent. But I do know some things. I do know a little bit. I mean, if somebody says something bad about me, I'm definitely gonna know because where I grew up, there was a lot of, it was very multicultural, and I loved it. You had people from Mexico, you had people from South America, you had people from Cuba, you had people from Puerto Rico. One of my best friends was Puerto Rican, and I kid you not, he had the same name as a certain I Love Lucy character, and I am not kidding on that. First day I met him, I thought he was joking, and that was actually totally true. But these are like little tidbits and everything about me. But yeah, I'm a massive book nerd. I'm always reading, constantly reading. So, I mean, I get a new book and I'm like, I mean, come on, there's that smell, you know, that fresh print, but it's nothing like the smell of old books. I love it. Every time I watch shows and things and they have like these massive libraries, and that's the thing. And I play Minecraft. I still play Minecraft. I just like building shit. And I have like multiple libraries. I'll have like massive libraries. I'll have like just libraries. That's what I like. I love building massive structures, and I just kind of wing it, and I'm very particular with it, but like I'm not like in the noob sense where I'm not following a specific thing. I'm just kind of whatever my brain wants to do with it. I like a lot of underground stuff. I like turning a lot of caves and things like that and openings into like castles and outcrops and shit like that. I actually have one map if I can ever get it back. It's on my 360 and I still have that because it still works. Yes, I'm still using an old 1X. I like my 1X. Shut up. I was gonna get the newer console, but the Series X, but I didn't realize it came with a disc drive. Oh well. Yeah, my disc drive only works for. I don't care that it doesn't work for the DVDs. It works for the games. Cause like I'm a hardcore like Forza. I love Forza Horizon 4, the best. Just saying, I love that map. Plus, like I live in Bamberg. In that one, so that was good. It's the only time in my life I'll ever be able to have a castle in a video game. Yeah, I mean, I do game a lot. I do read a lot. I never grew up, and I don't want to. I just think it would be boring. I mean, like, just be yourself, be who you are. I'm a massive, massive, massive fucking nerd, and I'm totally cool with that. When I was in high school, I got made fun of for that. Like, seriously, like, people were like, oh my god, you're smarty pants. Anyway, like, I give a shit. It's late at night. I mean, I guess it's late. What time is it? Angry Birds, too. Stupid piggies. What is this thing? Yes, I want to give it. No, I want to give up. Okay. Stupid pig. God damn it, I won King Pig like 5 times on this thing already. Anyway. Gaming. This is just a simple game. I want to play Century Age of Ashes. I want to get to ride a fucking dragon. I've leveled up quite a bit. But I haven't played in a while, but I updated. It was Neverwinter Nights, and then Nights of Feywild, because I'm a big D&D nerd too. I love Dungeons and Dragons. My mom doesn't know that I used to play in high school. She would have flipped her fucking lid being a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, just kind of bored while I'm writing here. I'm writing and playing at the same time. Seriously, I got the TV on, I got the console going on, I got the computer going on, I got the tablet going on. I don't sleep, so, you know. Don't sleep at all. I hate these headphones. They're cheap pieces of shit. I'm trying to fix my beats. I actually gotta fix the wire in there because my wire in the right side of my beats. I think I'm just gonna solder that one myself. Oh my god, that hurts spot. See that in the camera. Alright, back to it.